We're going to begin this hour right here in Washington, D.C., where the CBC's Katie Simpson is at Howard University, where Vice President Kamala Harris will be spending election night. So, Katie, how are things looking for the Harris campaign right now?
There is a sense of energy and excitement, and it is just starting to build here at Howard University, David. Some of the students, about 1,000 students and staff members here, have been given permission, given special passes to come and watch what's going to happen tonight. The music is just starting to pump, and so it really is feeling like a celebration, even though no one within the Democratic Party wants to get ahead of themselves, especially given how close the polls are suggesting this race is and how deeply divided this country is. Kamala Harris spending her final day, or election day, trying to get some last-minute voters across the finish line, calling into a number of different radio stations in major cities and swing states, going to the Democratic headquarters here in D.C., getting on the phone, chatting with people who are phone banking, making sure that people are actually getting out the vote. So the support that she has seen actually does make it to a ballot box. Tonight, Kamala Harris, we are told, will be having dinner with her family. Tim Walz, her running mate, his family, they've also joined them at the Naval Observatory, which is the vice president's official residence. Tim Walz actually spotted on the National Mall down by the Lincoln Memorial here in Washington, D.C. earlier today, out for a run, perhaps to get some of the energy and excitement and the nerves out. But later tonight, we are expecting at some point Kamala Harris to address the nation from right here at Howard University. This is a historically black university. Kamala Harris graduated here in 1986, and she chose it for her election night headquarters because it is a place that has so much meaning to her, shaped her views and her dedication to a life in service. And so that is why she has picked this location for her main event tonight. Democrats are hoping that perhaps there could be a movement toward a victory speech. Again, these things take time. Whether there is a result tonight or any major indication tonight, again, we just have to wait and see. But Kamala Harris at some point is expected to come out, speak to the crowd here, speak to the nation, and really the tone, the message, the tenor, all of that will depend on what we start seeing really anytime now.
Right. Katie, I'm just imagining getting up the energy to go for a run down by the Lincoln Memorial on a day where you could be elected as Vice President of the United States. But what else do you do? We have two states that have been projected won. Donald Trump leads in the Electoral College vote 8-3 over Kamala Harris. He has won Kentucky, which is not a surprise. This is based on a majority projection from the American networks. Not a state Kamala Harris expected to win, though. Andy Beshear, the governor there, is a Democrat and a surrogate for her campaign. And also Kamala Harris is projected to win Vermont, home of Bernie Sanders, an independent who caucuses with the Democrats, and get its 3 Electoral College votes. So no surprises there, Katie. What are you watching for other than Kentucky and Vermont?
Well, will we know that Democrats in this moment, people who are here at this location, what they're going to be looking for in the hours ahead is any information they can get, any of the data on turnout when it comes to those swing states and some of the major Democratic strongholds in swing states. Think Pennsylvania, think the city of Pittsburgh, think the city of Philadelphia. Are there huge turnouts there that could be enough to help her get across the line in that all-important swing state? Waiting for results coming in from Georgia. That is another tough battleground. Both Kamala Harris and Donald Trump have visited numerous times, really trying to Democrats want to hang on to that state. Donald Trump wants to win it back. Joe Biden winning that very famously by just under 12,000 votes. And the drama and the criminal charges that followed the effort of Donald Trump to try and pressure officials into getting that state added to his electoral college tally. But those are sort of the key things that Democrats will be watching for. And David, I was having a conversation tonight with a senior Democrat. It's a source, I don't want to sort of get into too many details, but I sort of asked this source, in this moment, what's your gut saying? And the source said, well, my gut is she's got it, but the source didn't want to trust their gut because they've been betrayed before. Democrats have been here before. They might see momentum on their side. They might have hope. But again, the scars of 2016, what happened with Hillary Clinton, Democrats are terrified of getting ahead of themselves, even if they are projecting confidence in this moment. They are rattled by that and not necessarily willing to trust their gut in this moment because they need to start seeing those numbers.
Katie, was your source Tim Walz? Were you jogging with the governor of Minnesota by the Lincoln Memorial? Is that how
was
you know
just
this?
out there running. Of course. I was like, excuse me, sir, running with a microphone, being like, excuse me, have a little moment for the Canadian public.
Yeah, just leak what's going on inside your campaign. All right, Katie, have fun tonight. The country's going to be waiting to hear from you a little bit later. We may check in with you again. Who knows? But thanks so much. So CBC's Katie Simpson at Howard University, where Kamala Harris is going to be later tonight here on U.S. Election Night.